It's a new year, and for many of us, this might mean new goals. But if you're anything like me, maybe you've had the same goals sitting around year after year that you've been failing to accomplish. So in this video, I'll be sharing 5 quick tips on what I'm doing or what I'll be doing to accomplish my goals this year. So keep on watching. Tip number 1 is writing down and analyzing your goals. Maybe some of this year's goals or all of them have been goals you've had for a while. So list them down and think about why you haven't achieved them yet and be realistic with yourself. That's very important. Have you not achieved them previously because of time? Was it resources? The more you can list here, the better. And think about it as having a discussion or a reflection with yourself. So for example, a few years ago, I wanted to learn guitar, but I was having trouble making time for practice. I know that I have enough time in the day to practice, but I was just not motivated and I didn't know how to start. So one thing I did to help myself is that I signed up for private lessons. By doing that, I was forced to practice every week because I have someone who's tracking my progress. And by doing that, I was forced to at least practice the bare minimum every week because my teacher and the money I paid held me accountable. Tip number 2 is to set specific time to work on your goals. Again, be realistic here. You might need to account for commute times, you might want to account for relaxation times, eating times. So yeah, just experiment with it. And on that note, let's move to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is that you have to try the schedule for a week, and if it doesn't work, simply just change it. And there are 2 lessons here. The first one is that achieving your goal shouldn't be so difficult. For example, if you know that you're working night shifts, you shouldn't be scheduling time at 5 a.m. in the morning the next day to work on your goal. Second point is that goals are not set in stone. They are flexible. So don't torture yourself with a goal or a schedule that simply don't work for you. After all, you're doing this for yourself, right? The 4th tip is to link your goal to a habit rather than a result. And this goes back to understanding that there are some things that you just simply can't control. Not all, but some things. For example, if your goal is to get 50,000 subscribers on YouTube this year, there are so many factors that can go into this other than hard work, and one of them might be the algorithm. So the things that you can control in this case are the number of times you post in a week, the quality of your videos, and so on. But that doesn't necessarily translate to 50,000 subscribers. So just pay attention to this tip when you're setting your goals. The 5th and last tip is do not skip meals or sleep. Now, I know this is cliche, but it wouldn't be if it wasn't true. It's very hard to be inspired and work towards something if you're not getting enough sleep or if you're nutritionally deprived. It's very hard to make time to work on your goals if you're constantly sleep deprived or if you're having food that's not making you feel your best. That was the end of my tips. I hope you learned a thing or two by watching this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!